and welcome back to Defending the Game. We are doing a new vlog series.
Yep, we're doing challenge vlogs, which is brand new to the channel. Mm-hmm. We've never really done anything like this before.
No.
We've done a few gaming vlogs, but we've never done like lifestyle vlogs.
So this challenge is that me and Gina are going to quit added sugar for a month, which is a huge fucking deal.
See, it doesn't
deal.
Sound like a big deal, but when you look at
what we eat,
when you look at what has added sugar that you don't expect to have added sugar.
I know. Oh, I'm dreading it. So that leads us on to our first question.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are we doing this?
Why are we doing this?
Well, we kind of we do these things anyway. Like, we did the vegan for a month. Like,
that's true.
I did vegetarian for a month as well, and the only eating homemade things. So we thought we might as well just do it for you guys, so you could mock us as we struggle, because we will struggle.
Yeah,
it's going to be hard. Also, there is health benefits. Like, I'm constantly going on about my weight and how I want to be healthier and how I want to not be fat. And sugar is my biggest. I have such a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
I get cravings. I eat chocolate and sweets and shit every night before bed, which is the worst time to eat, and I know that. I know when I'm sitting there with a bag of that the vegan chocolate buttons.
Yeah.
Stuffing my face full of sugar, and then I'm laying in bed going, oh, I can't sleep. I can't sleep.
I wonder why.
God. I have a meal to get to the pudding. I will eat the bare minimum that I have to of the meal and have a giant pudding. I will have a meal-sized pudding and a pudding-sized meal. So who do you reckon's going to crack first? Because if we do crack, which I'm sure on the occasion both of us will,
we have to be honest.
We're going to name and shame.
Yeah, shame. Get your bell out.
I've got a bell.
Shame.
We'll be ringing the bell. Shame. It's not a ding bell, it's a ring bell. But it's the same effect. It's the same effect.
Just walk around going, shame.
Shame. So who do you think's going to crack first?
I cracked on the vegan stuff first.
Yeah, but that was cheese, wasn't it?
Cheese.
I'm not a fan of cheese. Like halloumi.
Does cheese have sugar in it?
No, it'll be me because I have a really sugary breakfast every day. If I don't have granola,
I feel like you have more sugar than I do.
I have so much more sugar than you. A couple of months ago, you would come into my house and there would be no cordial. It would just be, oh, do you want a drink? We've got water, tea or coffee. That's what we have.
Yeah.
And me and Mick have got into really bad habits of having takeaways quite a lot, which we're probably not going to be able to do now because a lot of takeaways have sugar in.
Yeah.
And it was oh, well, if we get a takeaway, we'll get a bottle of pop as well. And then we'd have a bottle of pop going in the house for a week, and then we'd buy pop and we'd buy fizzy drinks, and now my fridge is full of fizzy drinks, and 2 months ago I would have been no, have water.
How do you reckon you're going to find it? Other than
I'm going to have withdrawals. I'm going to have
well, you've had withdrawals before when you tried before.
I had withdrawals earlier this week. I got up and I didn't have time to have my coffee, and then I had a driving lesson right after. And I was like, I've got such a bad headache. Is it the stress from the driving lesson? Is it because I haven't had a coffee? So I went to my local coffee shop and I bought myself a coffee. But they had my favourite milk substitute, which is quite sweet anyway. Coconut milk for professionals. Amazing. Yep. And normally I would have a soy milk with a caramel shot. But because they had the coconut milk, I was like, oh, I don't need the caramel shot because it's sweet enough. Anyway. Yeah. And then I still had a headache, and I was like, oh my God, I've still got a fucking headache. It must not have been the caffeine. Maybe I'm just not very well. But I had loads of sleep. And then when we got home and we had something to eat, and then I stuffed my face with chocolate and sweets and shit, I felt fine. Yeah. And I was like, it's the fucking sugar. I don't like that I am beholden onto my cravings.
No.
I don't like that I had a headache all day because I didn't have a fucking
Nathan
Mars
was
bar.
the same when we gave up fizzy pop, because he will have fizzy pop every day. He doesn't have it at work, he has water at work, but at home we always have fizzy pop in the house. And when we decided that we were right, no fizzy pop in the house, the only time we can have fizzy pop is out, and we don't go out very often, out, and we don't have meals out very often, so that was a treat. But we didn't have it in the house, and he started having withdrawals. I don't really get withdrawals from anything though. I don't know.
Oh, I do.
I don't really have.
It is just sugar for me.
I don't really get
sugar
addicted
and caffeine,
to things. I just have no willpower.
That would be why you crack. I'll crack because Mick will throw chocolate at me and be like, stop being such a bitch, have some chocolate. You'll crack because you'll be like, but I want the chocolate.
I just have no willpower. If I get in my head that I want something, I can't get it out of my head.
The thing is as well, how you were saying that like, oh, we don't go out that much to like for meals, we don't have a lot of takeaways and stuff like that. Me and Mick are quite lucky that we do. We get to go out for meals quite a lot. We have takeaways quite a bit. Mick's recently started a new job where he's finally on quite a good wage, and we're still living comfortably, but now we're like, oh, I can't be bothered to cook, let's have a takeaway. And oh, we could go out and a fucking Deliveroo. Being able to deliver to my house has been a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
But most of those takeaways, like even Subway, like,
but I'll do it as well. Like if I know that there's not anything in the house and I've just been paid,
oh, fuck it,
like on the way home from taking Lily to school, I'll just be like, oh, just deliver a Subway.
Yeah, fucking
get it delivered to my. There's a Subway down the road. I could just walk there, but
yeah, but you can get it delivered because we're lazy. We live in a society where it's easier to do the path
Please
of least
just bring it
resistance.
to me.
Yeah,
I
don't want to talk to a human being. Just put it. I don't even want to open the door when they come here. I'm like, just leave it on the doorstep and go. Look, it's definitely the right address. Shouting through the letterbox.
Just leave it.
Leave it go.
So what do you think is going to be the hardest part? Do you think it's going to be
life?
Life
is going to be. It's going to be so difficult. I know it's going to be difficult.
See, I can't drink hot drinks without sugar. I've cut down a lot because when I first started drinking tea, I used to have 5 sugars in it.
Mate, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
I never even had 5 sugars in my tea.
This is when I was like a teenager though.
Yeah, okay,
and then I sort of cut it down to 4.
That's not tea,
and
that's
then
just hot
3.
sugar water.
Yeah, and then 3, and now I have 2. So
I
there's
have
2
2,
sugars in my tea.
Well, I used to have 3. My mum always used to like say, "Oh, you can't taste the difference after 2," and then she'd make me a cup of fucking coffee and put 2 sugars in. And I'd be like, "There's not enough sugar in this." And she'd be like, "Yeah, I put 3." And I was like, "I'm not fucking stupid, woman."
My mum did that to me as well.
You put 2 in. I know how my coffee tastes, but yeah, I was a 4 sugar coffee, then 3, and now I'm on 2. But I cook with sugar as well. I put sugar in my food when I'm cooking. Like I make sushi, and the way you make sticky rice is by putting sugar in it.
Yeah. Oh, no yo sushi.
No, you sushi unless you have like ramen instead.
I bet they.
But
put sugar
most
in that as
sauces
well.
and stuff like that, any sort like barbecue sauce, that's got sugar in.
Yep.
So you can't have that. Even ketchup's got sugar.
Ketchup is full of sugar.
Full of sugar.
Absolutely full of it. It's at least 50% sugar.
I wish I was dead. Why are we doing this? Just mayo, just vegan mayo. Hang on, I need to check. Oh my god!
Does it have sugar in?
2.7 grams of sugar in it.
I just bought 3 jars of it.
No! And now I'm thinking like, when I cook with vegetable stock, does my stock have sugar in it?
Check. It's gonna be like half of it is gonna have to be making stuff. Like obviously jarred sauces are out the window.
I mean, I don't use jarred sauces.
I don't.
Although
often. I do when I'm lazy. I usually use like chopped tomatoes and passata or something like that.
See, I don't. I'll get chopped tomatoes and then I'll just like reduce it down and make my own sauce.
Yeah.
But I do use what's it called? Fuck's sake! I use tomato puree.
Yeah.
I use tomato puree and that's got 2.7 grams of sugar in it as well. Fuck's sake! I think this is where we're going wrong as like a society, like community, government, blah blah blah. Like back in like war times when everything was rationed, you had sugar as a treat. You had a cake. And if you look at some of the old recipes, because I've got old cookbooks from like my nan and my granddad, most of them don't have that much sugar in. They use sweet things like banana bread. That's why it's such a popular thing to make, because you don't actually need a lot of sugar in it because a banana is sweet.
Yep.
Carrot cake, you don't actually need a lot of sugar in it. Most modern recipes do, but older recipes don't have a lot of sugar in it because it was hard to come by.
Yeah.
We've now started putting sugar in things that don't need to have sugar in. Fucking tomato puree. What the fuck is that all about? I thought the meal I made for myself last night was really fucking healthy.
No.
But it was like
sugar in it.
Shitloads of sugar in it. And I didn't put it there. Why is it there? Outrageous.
So we need to look at the ingredients and not have anything with ose at the end. So glucose, fructose.
We did a little bit of research.
Yeah.
Minimal. Probably should have done more. And basically anything that has ose at the end or is like, what was that stupid liquid? It was
my god, yeah.
What was it? Dried cane liquid.
Liquid cane juice or something like that.
Liquid cane juice and then like...
Or dried cane juice.
Dried cane juice. And I was like, it's sugar cane. This is what it is. It's sugar cane. Why don't you just say what it is? Right. The rules are no sweeteners, no fruit juices.
Yep.
We're allowing honey and maple syrup, but no golden syrup. And essentially nothing with added sugar. If it says it's
That's
got
pretty
added
much
sugar,
it. I mean, anything that we... Obviously, if we're going vegetables, fruit...
They're not added sugar.
They're fine.
They're just
no,
sugars,
that's what I mean, exactly. But I think supermarkets are going to be the hardest. Supermarket shops. Like, if you're shopping in, like, the market.
Which is
and
what we're doing
zero-waste shop
anyway.
and stuff like that, that's fine. But if you go into supermarkets...
So, my question is, we've got a week before we start.
Yeah.
Are you going to use that week to kind of prep a little bit, or are you going to binge and get it all
This was
in?
the question when we started the veganism stuff as well. Because you sort of started it early, so you could get yourself used to it, where I was like, no, I'm going to make the most.
Yeah.
I'm going to make the most of the time
I'm making the
have.
most of the sugar. I'm not prepping for this.
I'll probably be
straight into it.
with this. I'll probably be the other way around.
Well, we're doing like little updates on how we're getting on.
Yep.
We'll go through our kitchens and cry. Definitely cry. And you can join us in the misery. That you don't have to go through yourself. Or you could do it with us, because we're starting it on the 1st.
That's true. That's true. If you do it as well, let us know in Discord or in the comments.
Drop it in the comments Discord. We'll keep an eye on them as we're posting them, and we might even like shout you out in the next video. And
We'll also take suggestions for the next challenges, either in Discord or in the comments of any of our vlogs.
Yeah.
We read them all, and we usually comment.
We've got a couple in mind anyway. It'll be interesting to see if people suggest the same things we're already thinking.
Yes.
So that'll be a good one. I've got 2 that are going to torture Gina a little bit.
Yeah. What's the other one? Carbs,
mate. Cut the carbs for a month.
So leave in the comments if you've got any suggestions, or in Discord. We're in both.
Hit us up if you're doing the challenge with us.
Yeah, let us know how you're doing.
Let's go on a journey together, guys. Like, I'll be there for you, you'll be there for me. We'll be miserable together. It will be transformational. And then after the 4 weeks of no sugar, we'll do another video at the end, sort of reviewing how we felt about it, how we found it. If anybody that did it with us stuck with it with us, we will be naming and shaming ourselves throughout the videos if we slip up a little bit, which is I'm probably going to do. So come on this journey with us, guys. It's going to be terrible.